Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sophie. So I wanted to do a flip through of the Conscious Wellness Club self-guided journal. This is a journal that I designed as a certified health coach to be a health coach in the form of a journal. And since I always talk about this journal, I wanted to sit down and actually walk you guys through the journal, flip through it so you know what to expect. Back in 2021, with the help of 89 backers on Kickstarter, we brought this journal to life. If you have a product you feel the world needs, I would absolutely recommend crowdfunding if you have a supportive and engaging audience online. When I started working on this journal, I had just quit my job and dropped out of school, and I simply could not afford the minimum order quantity. So crowdfunding is how I brought this journal to life, and I'm so incredibly grateful for everyone who helped me bring this journal to life. This journal is available on Amazon.com exclusively right now. I used to fulfill orders from my house here in Canada, but it was simply too expensive to ship journals to the US, where the majority of my customers are based. So for the time being, the journal is really only accessible to those in the States. But this is ideally temporary as I just continue to build my brand. In just a couple of minutes, I'll flip through the journal and share with you what to expect. This journal certainly did not happen overnight. It took me nearly a year and a half from the second I sat down and started outlining ideas to when I actually got my first inventory to my house here in Canada, which was such an exciting moment. I do have a lot of TikToks way down in my feed where you can see my small business era. So at the beginning of the pandemic, I wanted to find a wellness journal to help me stay accountable while working on my wellness. I think that these are a great tool. I'd heard so many great things. At the time, I really didn't have much money. I was in school full-time, working part-time, and I really had to spend my money extremely carefully. So I got a wellness journal. I bought the most popular one I had heard of, and I was so disappointed. Basically from the second I got it, it just felt so surface level, and I knew that it wasn't going to actually help me grow. It wasn't challenging, and so I stayed consistent and used the journal, but it was just so redundant. I literally had to just gift it away and look for a new journal. I finally found another journal, which I thought was going to be the solution, something to help me actually dig deeper and work on myself, and the same thing happened. And so I went to the bookstore and I looked through all these different journals before deciding on which one to buy, and I just realized there was this reoccurring theme with all the journals. I wanted something that was like a health coach in the form of a journal to help me work on my wellness and start my wellness journey and actually make progress. So at the time, I was finishing up a health coaching certification online that I invested in for my own personal knowledge. This just like occurred to me. I was going to create a journal that was like a health coach for the fraction of the price in the form of a journal. And so pretty much as soon as this idea came up, I quit my job. I dropped out of school. I also pursued content creation while working on this journal. That was my vision. And it's so crazy that 2 years later, this is what I do full time. Trust your creative abilities, believe in yourself, and just give yourself a shot. Like, you don't have to drop out of school and quit your job to do this. I just knew I needed zero distractions and I was going to make this work. And fortunately I did. And I truly could not have done this without my boyfriend's support. He knew that school was not for me. And so I approached him with this idea that I was going to drop out of school, pursue content creation as well as this business, creating journals, and he just fully believed in me when no one else did, and I'm so grateful for that. And now here we are. So I'm going to share with you up close how the journal looks and then walk you through the journal. So this journal is an A5 size. It has this crazy heavy duty spiral, and so you can see here it is quite thick. The journal is a 4-month self-guided wellness journal. This journal is over 350 pages to help you become your best self. It does require work, but that is the only way that you will grow. This is a journal and day planner combined. It's based around the 8 dimensions of wellness. I will walk you through each dimension once we open up the book. And for those of you who may not be familiar with wellness, wellness is a state of being in good health as an actively pursued goal. So let me take you guys through the inner pages of this journal. So I keep the damaged journals for myself, as you can see here, because I do use this journal every day. This is a sample. Obviously, I'm not going to walk you through my personal journal, but you open it up. There's a section for your name, a little section about the journal, And then how it works. The 8 dimensions of wellness explained. We have physical wellness, emotional, spiritual, social, intellectual, financial, occupational, environmental as well. So all the breakdowns are there in case you're not familiar with these individual dimensions, which are all very much interconnected. And this journal is based around the 8 dimensions of wellness over 4 months, meaning every 2 weeks is a different focus of wellness. And then here we have a wellness wheel activity, which you will see throughout the journal. And this is a really great tool to help you assess your wellness and visually see like what your current state of wellness is looking like. So the journal starts with a wellness questionnaire to help you identify your goals. There are a whole bunch of different prompts for you. Definitely take some time and some reflection. There's some goal planning, so you can pick 3 main goals to focus on, some more prompts, and then a roadmap so you can reflect on your progress, track your progress, and stay accountable. There is a little reframing tool activity right here, a fitness tracker. This you can totally rip out of the journal once you're finished, since it does last 365 days, a full year. And there's also a period tracker as well. There are a couple of different habit trackers too. And these are great pages to put little sticky tabs on to come back to. So every single 2 weeks, like I was saying, is a different focus of wellness. So it starts off with a guide to that specific element of wellness, just so you have a good idea on like what's actually going on and what that facet of wellness really entails. And then there's a weekly intention every single week, so you can set intentions for your week. And there's a weekly reflection at the end of the week. So you can see here there is a daily planner and also a daily prompt. So sometimes it's an activity, sometimes it's one prompt, sometimes it's more than one. And then for the day planner, it's undated with a gratitude section, a reminder section, to-do list, water intake tracker, a wellness activity for the day, so you can set a goal for yourself or just write down what you did that day to work on your wellness, a mood tracker, sleep and wake tracker, and a meal tracker or meal planner. And then every 2 weeks you'll see a wellness wheel. So I'll share with you what the weekly reflection looks like. There's a little tracker here so you can track how often you've been using the journal. You're not going to see progress with anything in life if you're not staying consistent. There's a little section to refer to your wellness roadmap. What are your goals? What are you working on? Did you accomplish your goal? What went well? What didn't go so well? How are you feeling? This journal, again, definitely requires a lot of work, consistency, dedication. So I hope that gives you a better idea on what you can expect from this journal and also why I decided to create it in the first place. So again, it's available exclusively on Amazon.com right now. There's a link down below if you're ready to start your wellness journey. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Do consider subscribing to my channel if you're not already, and I will see you in the next one.